Okay. All right. Now give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. I think y'all can hear me now. Okay. I think y'all can hear me now. Let me say something. Okay. Give me a 5x5 if y'all can hear me. I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna think. So there's something wrong with my audio. I don't know what it was, but I restarted everything. Now it's working. Let me see. Okay. All right. It seems to be working fine now. I don't know. It just looped back into the last broadcast on the foxhole that I was doing. All right. So welcome. Welcome to another live. We just had a kind of a nutty ice storm up here in Texas. That's usually what happens. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the audio issues. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about tonight is obviously what you saw while you're waiting on my first broadcast, which the audio got screwed up, and then when you're just now coming into my my second attempt, you saw the video that I made for our fundraiser. Okay, so Taking Back Texas is having a fundraiser. All right. Oh yeah, y'all had some. Yeah, the Texan. I know. You got some of that ice storm too that we had. Oh yeah, it totally like knocked out Diddy's um, internet towers, is what he was telling me. All right. So I guess Diddy and Johnny weren't going live tonight, but that's okay. I'm here to tell us. So are y'all getting this? Are y'all able to comment and stuff? I see all the comments from the last attempt, but y'all give me a 5x5 if you can actually hear me. Okay. All right. Because I believe it's working. I believe everything's working. All right. Titties and Beer, Subpack Vet, H2O Maven, the Texan. All y'all. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Okay. Thank you. 5x5. Yay. Thank you. By 5. Thank you. Alrighty. All right. So now that y'all can hear me, anyways, thank you so much. All right. Weird X tattoo. I don't know what you're talking about. So, at Taking Back Texas, we do election integrity investigations. We write reports. We try to bring the information to you guys. What we find out, we found out quite a lot of concerning items. We've addressed a lot of concerning items. Actually, we've got some things that we've asked for in our local elections changed. So that's good. We've worked with other people who in other counties across Texas who have also gotten items changed at the like hyper local level, whether it's municipal or the county level. Okay. The Texan. Yep, that's true. That is true. They can't silence me for that long. Sooner or later, I'll figure out how I had myself muted. No, I still don't know what happened. I just restarted everything, and it's fine. It's working now. So, we do a lot of work, a lot of different kinds of work here. Some stuff we research on the computer. Some things we go and we meet people like in person and we talk about things with them face to face. We're about to do that soon, except we had this crazy ice storm and it threw everything off, including the meetings that I was supposed to have with some local representatives. So we do a lot of work. We even work with campaigns. We, bring information to them in the hopes that they'll be campaigning, that they'll first understand it and then they'll be campaigning on it and then they'll enact the changes that we're looking for. Okay, we do a lot of different kinds of work. Okay, so this year in Texas, we're constantly having elections. So this year we've got municipals, and then the primaries are going to start after that. The campaigning for the primaries is going to start after the municipals. Okay. I just take my glasses off because it kind of hurts my head to have the headset on and my glasses because they're kind of like thick plastic glasses. They're different from my last ones, which were thin metal frames. Anywho, so and also we're in session, right? So we can go down to our state capitol and talk to those representatives about doing the things that we want them to do, which is what we're going to do. We've made one trip down there so far with one of our volunteers, and then there's a sort of event that was hosted by another group, and we went down there and participated in that and talked to a lot of people, networked. Actually, I met the Brunson brothers. They're quite a set of characters for sure. But I heard their case just got put on the docket, right? The 17th, I think, for one of the Brunson Bros cases. If y'all haven't been following the Brunson brothers, I don't know what you're doing. You should follow their cases. They're pretty cool. Let's see. Also, there's so we're in session, so we're going to go and down and talk to some of our representatives down at the Capitol, but there's a lot of work to be done locally too. There are some items that I can't actually release so publicly because we're just trying to, we don't know if we don't know if we'll have any success doing it, but we sure don't want anyone to get out ahead of it. But we're working on a few other plans. We've got 2 more plans to run just this year. So these are just going to be educating people on things that have happened, showing them, our concerns over use of the machines, and, promoting a return to paper ballots. That's mostly what our work consists of when we're meeting locally and talking with different, kinds of people about this stuff. We mostly want them to understand what we've been doing. Um, and what we've been doing is poll watching and writing reports on stuff that we find, which is very important because, I mean, not very many people understand as much as a poll worker or a poll watcher understand. Even the poll watchers seem to know more than the poll workers who go through training, who are paid to handle our records. Okay. So we get in there and we document all of that stuff. Now, as you have noticed, we have a fundraiser going on. We just released it. So it's going January 30th through February 20th. Okay. So let's see. What's up, fuck? Welcome to the chat. So there are 2 different levels of entering the fundraiser. So you can enter for $15, and that puts your name into a drawing for what's going to end up being like a fully laminated version of our encyclopedia. Okay, so it's going to be all of our reports. Probably our first and second like rounds of poll watcher training, just so you can see what they're all about. Okay. So this one isn't laminated and it's just in like a 3-ring binder. All right. But the one that you'll be entering into, like, that you'll be receiving if you win the drawing for $15, all of these will be laminated. Okay. So they'll stand the test of time for however long you have them. And then it'll be in a nicer binder than this. This is just what I have my work in because it was cheap. I think it was on sale actually, but you'll get it in a nicer presentation than that, all laminated, so you can read the reports over and over. You can show your kids and your grandkids like what people do when you don't trust your government. What do you do? Well, you get in there and you figure out what was going on. Any way that you need to get in there and figure it out, you do it. Okay. And this is how we're able to. You take the recourse that's laid out for you by our forefathers, right? So we're working on a system of maintenance for these elections. That's part of what Taking Back Texas is doing, and we need to codify a system of maintenance into law. We need articles for a forensic audit. We have so much ground to cover that what we're working on. Okay. But we've documented as much as what we've covered so far in all of these reports. So if you enter in this fundraiser for $15, your name will go into a drawing for a complete encyclopedia. And it's a lot more than what's in that packet, actually. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be everything that I've written, and maybe a few things that I've helped write with other people, depending on if they want their stuff included in the encyclopedia. Okay, so that's for $15, and they're unlimited entries. So if you continue to donate $15 at a time, or say you give like $45, I'm going to put your name in a drawing 3 times. Diddy and I are going to literally draw from like a hat or like a bucket. We'll probably get like a cowboy hat or something, or a MAGA hat, and we'll draw. Depending on how many entries we have, we might need a bigger hat. But we're literally going to draw a physical name, and we're going to put your name on a slip of paper, put it in there. And so the more entries, the more donations you give of $15 increments, the more times your name will go in to the drawing for the encyclopedia. Okay. And for a $50 donation, your name goes into another bucket, okay, or a hat. And we're going to physically draw a name out of that. And that the prizes for the $50 donations are not only the laminated nice encyclopedia, but also a 1/10 ounce gold Canadian maple leaf coin. It's solid gold. Okay. And yeah, it's a Canadian coin, but that doesn't matter. It's gold. And so, if you know Diddy and I, we like the gold standard. We don't like that crypto stuff as much. I mean, it's interesting and I wouldn't be surprised, if maybe we dabble in it a little bit, but for the most part, we're all about the gold standard. Abolish the Federal Reserve, return to the gold standard. We like gold. Okay, so this coin was very generously donated to Taking Back Texas a few months back by a patriot who wishes to remain anonymous. Okay. And it was such a sweet and kind and thoughtful donation, and it was symbolic of a lot. Where's that thing? Hang on. I think I have it right here. Let me see if I have the coin. I can show you. Okay, it's here. Let me show you this coin. This was very generously donated a couple months ago by one of our supporters. And we thought, this is a good thing. This is a nice item to give for a prize for donations, right? Thank you for the cookie fuck. I know you're just waiting for me to say that. So thank you to that anonymous patriot who donated that gold coin. I've sat with it. I've stared at it, like a dragon sitting on gold for a few months. But I think that this is a worthy prize for support. Okay, for y'all's support. So if you give a $50 donation, your name goes into the hats or bucket for drawing for it. So it's going to be that gold coin and our encyclopedia. Okay. And also a personalized thank you note. We're going to handwrite it. Diddy and I are each going to handwrite them and tell you how much it means that you support us, because it is not easy for the grassroots. Okay. The grassroots, it's us, it's the people. We need funding. Yeah, we have jobs. We got to pay our regular bills. They just raised my rent by like $100 a month. So that's not cool. And I mean, you know how it is right now with these gas prices fluctuating. Sometimes it's really difficult. So we need funding. The proceeds are going to go towards travel, lodging. Sometimes I don't have to stay. Like sometimes I can just go down for a day trip to Austin and drive back. The driving to Harris County, that's a little bit of a beating. That's a little bit rough. It's like a 6 hour drive, sometimes 8 hours, depending on where you're going, where you're coming from and where you're going to. It can be a bit brutal. Okay. Also, document printing. We like to make sure that, I work kind of hard trying to make my reports, as you'll see whenever you get the encyclopedia. Try to format my reports in a thoughtful way, right? So I want them printed looking good. So I don't, I work on them and I go and I print them out. Funds will also probably end up going towards a printer. So, and I have a laminator myself. Like I could laminate this stuff, but I still have to go and get it printed out right now because I don't have a printer. So right now the proceeds are going to go to that for this fundraiser. So again, you can enter at $15 for the encyclopedia, for a chance to win the encyclopedia. We put your name in a hat, or for $50, you get the 1/10 ounce gold coin and the encyclopedia and a personalized thank you note when you enter in for $50, and that'll put your name into the drawing for those items as well. Okay, again, the proceeds are going to go to that. We're just traveling right now because we're in session. Like I said, we're traveling down and we're going to meet with some of the legislators who can enact change at the state level, who can codify the changes that we need to see. Okay, let's see. That's the kind of stuff that we need to do. So thank you for your support, and that's what we're asking for. So please donate. Now, I have a Cash App, and I believe that I've got it listed here. Yeah, here is my PayPal at the bottom. See on my little scroll, my ticker. Okay, see on that, my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash Apps. Okay, I feel like an old grandma looking like that. But I have all of them down there, so you can send the money there. You can give it to me cash in person, if we're going to be at the same events. Okay, that would be great. Or to Diddy if y'all are at the same events. Okay, and that's gonna put your name into a hat to win the drawing. So again, so it's going to help us achieve our goal of shining light on to these issues with our legislators in Austin this session, because we are currently in session. We're trying to have, I remember year before last, we are trying to have them call a special session. It was crazy because of COVID and everything. So yeah, again, there's the two levels of the support for the Taking Back Texas fundraiser: $15 or $25 or $50. I think I was saying like the wrong one. I think I was saying 15. It's 25. It's increments of 25 and 50. Sorry guys, I'm bad at this. I needed Diddy to help me with this. He's the professional broadcaster, as we can see, right? So give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up in the right over here. I'm gonna pull your. Let me see something. The least that y'all can help with is some donations. All if hey, how many how much is one gold pill worth? Because I was meaning to talk to Diddy about that. Can can we get their name into a drawing? They're like emailing your phone number. I can get a hold of you if you win. You know what I'm saying? TX fundraiser. If you send money, that stupid deep state. It's got to be the. I mean, what else? It's got to be the deep state. I don't know what else it could be. Okay. Texan. Okay, you have the perfect hat to draw from. Great. Let's hang out. Signed by Colonel West, General Flynn, Sydney. Interesting. Yeah, let's use that. I like that. Dallas Patriot Roundup. Oh, I think Diddy was at that one. Yeah. One pill is a penny. Okay. All right. EMP is $100. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Somebody did donate $100. At my last show. That was epic. Okay. Was that you, the Texan? Was that you? Let me go back and look. All right. So yeah, I think that we can if y'all want to donate the proper amount on Foxhole, that would be wonderful. That would be really wonderful. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Sean Joe, sorry. Thank you. It's the deep state. What can I say? They do not want me doing what I'm doing. They're tired of me. They've had it. Thank you for the cookie, Sean Joe. Okay, the Texan. So what day was that on? Was that just the other day? You know what? The Texan, we launched this fundraiser on the 20th. So we'll go ahead and count your donation for 2 entries into your own hat for us to pull your name out of. Okay, so so the Texan, you're actually the first one to enter for both the gold coin and our encyclopedia and a personalized thank you note. Is this what Vanna White does? All right. Thank you, the Texan. So the Texan has his name down. Go ahead and write your name down twice and put it in your hat. Okay? Yes. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean Joe, for the cookie. I will be out of these rough seas soon, I hope. Steady as she goes. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all can donate with gold pills. We just figured that out. Thank you, the Texan. I was gonna try and figure that out with Diddy, but you helped me figure that out right away. Thank you. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you something that I've been working on. Okay. So let me show you what we're going to go down to Austin and do. Okay. If you've donated enough to win the gold coin and the encyclopedia as a gift for your donations, then you need to see what we're working on. Okay. This is just something one of things that see something that I did and I brought to your hall. Good lord. Okay. Can y'all read that? Okay. Update securing, yeah, securing Texas elections from undue influence. See, I wrote this for Senator Hall and it took this down to him. Okay. So, we're going through the Public Information Act request, which we get a whole lot of guff over this kind of thing. It gets old, them arguing about giving us the records that we definitely have access to per multiple laws that the Attorney General has cited, but whatever. So we go over that, and I think, what did I have him? What did I have here? Above cited Texas statute from election code is clear that all election records required for preservation for government use are public information, which in turn reveals that they are covered by the Public Information Act and subject to lawful access by concerned citizens. Yep, that's literally what all of this is all the law. See, I quoted here. I pulled it. I pulled it. However, the below cited Texas statute is being oops, I used cited twice. I should change that. As protection from public access to election records out of what seems to be a deliberate misinterpretation of the concept of what public information consists of. Yeah, we're having to have this debate. All right. So if y'all are donating to Taking Back Texas, you are supporting us financially. You're helping you buy me a sandwich, when I go down to Austin and spend all day arguing over the definition of is or some stupid shit, some equally stupid shit like that. That's what we're doing down in Austin. We have to have this argument about what words mean, right? Okay, so they're going down and they're citing, security of test materials. All this because I requested, okay, because I requested the test logs from the public machine testing and they didn't want to give them to me. So you know what they did? Instead of complying and giving them to me after the AG issued an opinion related to this very thing, they sued the AG. So now there's a lawsuit down in Travis County, out of Tarrant County, that cites me, well, AC's, because that's my email's signature, and my request for the test materials, the test logs, saying that they shouldn't have to give those to me, and that Ken Paxton's opinion is null and void or something. And they're asking the judge to agree with them, saying that they don't. They're asking for a judge to waive the necessity to comply with the law to give us the election records. This is just test materials. This is just the testing of the machines that I asked for. They don't want to give it to me. So they sued the AG over my request. Okay, so I put this in here. Oh, it just says on completing of each test, the presiding judge shall place the test ballots and other test materials in a container provided for that purpose and seal the container so it cannot be opened without breaking the seal. The watchers, if one or more watchers are present, shall sign the seal. So, hey. So I should be able to watch and sign that, and so if I can watch and sign it, then why can't they give them to me? Then it says B, the test material shall remain sealed for the period preserving the precinct election records. Right. The container may not be unsealed unless the contents are necessary to conduct a test under the subchapter, a criminal investigation, election contest, or other official proceeding under this code. So this is what I did. Okay. So they want to get smart and tell me that, okay, so I had this whole argument. Okay, and I pulled this code up with Steve Lund, the Tarrant County attorney who's suing the AG. He emailed me. He said, "Sorry, I had to sue the AG over your open records request. Call me if you have questions." So I fucking called him, and we had this whole conversation about this, and I pulled this up and I was like, so is this the position that you're taking, that a public information act request is not, okay, it is not an official proceeding? Where is it? Right here. An official proceeding? Is a public information act request not an official proceeding? Is that shit not binding by law and could put you in jail for up to 6 months and cost you a $10,000 fine if I file a writ of mandamus and like motion to enforce some shit because you wouldn't comply with this because you're playing games, because you see what the law says, you see what the attorney general says, and you still don't want to give up the records for no fucking reason. He says, well, I don't actually have a personal opinion. If it was up to me, I don't care if you have them or not. So then where's this resistance coming from? Then why are you arguing with me? What the hell? Okay, why are you gonna, all right. So I pulled this up. So we had this whole conversation. All right. There's been a lawsuit filed against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton by Tarrant County Elections regarding the county's belief that there is no mechanism for access to election materials, namely machine testing tapes produced during Tarrant County's logic and accuracy testing. The arguments made here have been used against all requests for election records, that only official proceedings may authorize access to preserved election records. Knowing that this is the argument against lawful access to any and all election records, the solution is clear. The Texas legislature must clarify that fulfillment of Public Information Act requests is, in fact, an official proceeding and is binding per the Public Information Act. Yeah, the fulfillment of the requests, yeah, is binding. The fulfillment is binding. The lawsuit filed by Tarrant County cites Texas Election Code 129.024, which applies only to counties using DRE, direct recording electronic voting systems. Tarrant County does not use these DRE systems, and the lawsuit is baseless due to this basic mistake. Okay. All right. And being a little bitchy, I guess. The statute initially cited in this report must be amended for clarity to state the following. Okay. And so this is what I want added in. See, this is what I do is I make it look like a bill. So like bills, when they're drafting and amending legislation, when they've proposed a bill that they want to strike language from, they make it red and they strike it through. When they propose language they want added into the bill, they make it green, right? They just add it and they make it green. Okay, so that's what I've done here. So I just want them to add another section F. Fulfillment of requests for examination of election records is a binding and official proceeding as outlined in the Public Information Act. It's just put that in there. Just make it law. I know that right now we don't really care about law, but every now and then they do. So just on the off chance that they try to fall back on this law, we got them there too. Attorney General Opinion KP 0411 stands on state statutes and accurately interprets the intent of the legislature to allow access to anonymous election records based on Texas Election Code 1.012, which is where the amendment must be made to clarify that all records are subject to the fulfillment of Public Information Act requests by designating the act as an official proceeding. Okay? And then I just cite my favorite part of the Texas Constitution, Article 6, Section 2. The privilege of free suffrage shall be protected by laws regulating elections and prohibiting, under adequate penalties, all undue influence in elections from power, bribery, tumult, or other improper practice. Okay. So, how about that? That's the kind of stuff that you're supporting whenever you donate to, what's it called? Taking Back Texas. When you donate to Taking Back Texas, that's the kind of work you're supporting. Okay. Now let's look at some of them comments. Ouch. 1 second. Let's see. Foxhole takes a quarter of whatever is donated, so $1. Content creator receives 75 cents. Okay. Well, let me make this bigger. Sorry. High season, rough seasons. Then when you cash out, service charge, other words, every dollar donated to a show, 25 cents. Okay, so yeah, so I guess just, if everybody wants to donate a 25% more than whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess. We'll just do that. We'll just do it to where like you can just donate like 25% more. Okay. That's a good thank you, Texan. I didn't think about stuff like that. That's why I want to talk to Diddy about some of this stuff. But we had a crazy couple of days worth of weather. All right. So, okay, let me go over the details of this again since I screwed it up the first time. All right. All right. My bad. The no audio thing threw me off for a while. Okay. So there's two levels of support for this fundraiser. You can if you donate $25, that puts your name into a drawing for a fully laminated, nicer version of this, the Taking Back Texas Encyclopedia of Reports and Trainings as well that we've put together. Okay. It's going to be nice. It's going to have all of our reports that I've written, maybe some that I've written with some other people, depending. I got to talk to them about it, but it might just be all the ones that I've written as of right now. But there may be some extra. Okay. It's even going to feature my latest item, which I haven't released yet, but it is the Taking Back Texas glossary of terms. You're gonna really like that. It's gonna be super useful. Getting yourself brought up to speed and making sure we have a way to teach this stuff to future generations, right? So they know what to look for. So that's for a $25 donation. That puts your name into the drawing for our encyclopedia. Okay. For a $50 donation, your name goes into a hat for a drawing for not only the encyclopedia, fully laminated, nicer looking than this, but also for a 1/10 ounce gold coin, Canadian maple leaf coin. It's solid gold. We're not hating on the fact that it's Canadian because it's gold. And so you'll be entered into the drawing for the coin, the encyclopedia, and you'll also get a personalized thank you note from myself and my business partner, Diddy. Again, this coin was generously donated by a patriot who wishes to remain anonymous. We very much thank them for this wonderful item that we sat on for a while. But really, I think this is an excellent thank you note, thank you gift for some lucky person who's donating. So thank you, the Texan. We're gonna put your you've donated before, so we're gonna put your name into the drawing for this twice. And I expect you'll manage that since you have the hat that we're going to use. But I have a little notebook right here. It looks a little rock and roll notebook. Okay, I'm gonna put your name down on the rock and roll notebook twice. That's how this is gonna work. Okay. Again, my Cash App's down here on my ticker. Right down there. It's after all this, okay? So, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that. So you saw the kind of stuff that we're working on. You see what we're going to be doing. I didn't go live, but I probably should have. But I went down to the Capitol last week where I met the Brunson Bros, and it was really cool. Y'all might have heard about it. It was a briefing, legislative briefing. There were so many patriots there that were speaking. They didn't have me up there to speak. I was not asked to speak, but it's a group that I don't work with that often. But it was really great. It was worthwhile, and I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that I went. But we'll be going down there more often. It's not going to be like a whole event. It's just going to be us going down there and meeting with our legislators. I will be calling another legislative briefing, but it's not going to be like a big public event. It's just going to be myself and a few other people making the points that we really think are the most important aspects of election integrity, which is what I usually cover. The Secretary of State kind of going wild and doing whatever, the legislature not understanding what's actually happening with our elections because they defer too much to the SOS, our local governments not taking action and then attempting to neuter the attorney general from taking any action. That's not funny. That's not cute. That's not cool. All right. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how sheriffs need to be able to enforce election law at the county level in their counties because that's how the elections are run right now. Okay. And then we've got bigger issues to talk about, like some potential undue influence coming out of these NGOs that our local government are members of, right? If you're our sub to my Substack, I have a Substack for Taking Back Texas. If you're a paid subscriber, I just released a report on an NGO that I've been watching for a while called the National Association of Secretaries of State. If you're not a paid subscriber to my Substack, um, that's okay. I haven't been doing a whole lot on there for the last year, but that's actually where I'm going to be releasing some of my uh, investigative, deep dives into this really heavy stuff that I'm honestly nervous to release publicly because I already have enough of a target on my back. But you know, we'll see. I'm going to be releasing them on my Substack for a while until I kind of get used to having that information that I've been compiling put out there. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I get nervous to like release some of the stuff that I've been looking at. I get all wigged out about it. But so that's what I'm going to be doing there. So sub to my Substack, donate to our fundraiser, enter for a chance to win, and we very much appreciate your support, your words of support, and your dollars of support, and your pennies of support. They add up, and we really appreciate it. Okay. So thank you guys very, very much. If you wouldn't mind, um, if you're subbed to our Telegram or the EQ Chamber Telegram, if you wouldn't mind when you see our fundraiser, sharing it out there and asking anybody you know to help donate. So it's just $25 or $50. Those are the two tiers. Um, Sorry, I said the wrong numbers at first. That was when we originally worked it out. We didn't have the gold coin as part of it, but we decided that we needed to put that on there, so we had to um, up up the donation amount for to enter in for this prize. All right, this is something that we, really want to keep, and we're looking into a little like case for it that our thank you card can go into as well. It won't take up too much space, but it'll be a nice memento for whoever wins. Nice token of our gratitude for support. So that's what I want to talk to you about. Just help fund the grassroots. We're extremely grassroots. We'll lose our own money doing this stuff. Um, so if you'll please help out, it would be really great. We need patriots to put their money where their mouth is. We very much do. What we can't do is keep stomping our feet, getting upset, and then going and spending money with, you know, we all do it a little bit, but we need to start shifting away from it, like where we can, right? So that's why some of these, patriot owned business promoters, we got to focus on them too. Okay, so everywhere you can where it's advertising as like an alt, platform for whatever, we need to investigate that. So I'm looking into a few right now because I do art as well. Like y'all don't know anything, you don't know anything about my art that I've done, but I do art too. And so I have some coloring books that I've been working on selling through KDP, which is an Amazon affiliate, Kindle Direct Printing or Direct Publishing. So I'm looking into an alternate for that so that I can move my coloring books and my other items over to that other platform. That's what I want to do. But it's a little tricky, the advantage of being a a globalist company like Amazon is you have unlimited funds. You can do stuff for pennies on the dollar where other companies have to pay. But it doesn't, matter too much. You know, we can spend a little bit more money to support an American company. Okay. So that's what we're looking towards doing. And uh, instead of donating to, like a bigger organization that's covering, you can donate whatever to whatever organization you want. But if you want hyper local work, stuff that's going to end up like affecting state legislation, please donate and support Taking Back Texas because we're doing a lot of real work. I've trained so many poll watchers in so many counties, and they are self-sufficient. They don't have to come back to me. I give them so much context and so much information whenever I train them up that they're able to answer a lot of their own questions. I mean, no, like people aren't stupid. We're really not. Like Americans are really not as stupid as what Hollywood and other entities sort of portray us as. We're really not. So I mean, I can train these people, and one night they can ask some questions, you know, some kind of vital, basic questions that they feel like they need to ask, and we can try to get those answered. And then they're pretty much good. Like they understand it, because we're not that stupid. We have the philosophy already, the American philosophy already, that once we start to say, "Hey, look, guys, our something got real fucked up here," we can say, "Okay, let's look at it," because it's probably the government's fault because it's too big, and when things get too big, they don't function as well as they should. If things are handled more locally. So let's see what happened. So I've trained a lot of people, and 'cause some of them, they report back to me, they tell me what they're finding out, they show me a lot of stuff, but after a while they become self-sufficient, and they start just taking care of their own part of the state with all the context that I've provided to them, and that they've gone and confirmed for themselves. They just go out and confirm it, and they say, okay, well, shit, well, you know I guess that's what, I don't look to start like TBTX satellites, but that's kind of what I've done. But they kind of call themselves different things, whatever they want. But and there's other people that train poll watchers too. I was trained up by somebody else that does it. Um, so yeah, so it's really really important that we support the grassroots. Okay, very much appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off here, and I'm gonna play the little video I made. I hope y'all like the video for the fundraiser that I made. I'm gonna play that. Like, did I put the right one on here, or is this is not the right funder? I put the wrong one on here. That's why I put the old one on here that I made before we added extra stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna play this in just a minute. Okay. All right, Texan. Well, I got when I'm done with this, I got to jump on to another phone call. So we'll DM and we'll make sure of a time that'll work. So that we can talk about the StreamYard stuff. Okay. I'll DM you about that, and because I gotta make a phone call as soon as I get off of this. So that's why I'm sort of trying to. I'm gonna wrap it up kind of quick tonight, just because I gotta do that. But I really wanted to get this information out. Okay, so again, Taking Back Texas fundraiser, two levels, $25 and $50, and get yourself a copy of our encyclopedia. All of my reports, all of everything that I've done, put in here. Even some stuff that hasn't been released publicly is going to be in this encyclopedia. Um, and then $50, the higher one, will get you entered in for the encyclopedia and the gold coin. Okay, our Canadian gold maple leaf coin, 1/10 of an ounce, worth, I don't know, around $200, give or take a little bit. I don't know where gold's at right now. Um, so thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Thank you for your support. Very much appreciate it. I'll come back live in a couple of days and review something. When when I'm gonna review something, let me see. I'm gonna review one of the items that I haven't released yet, but when I do that, it's only gonna be here. I'm not gonna be broadcasting it on to like YouTube or anything like that. Just because I already push it right now with YouTube, and this is my third YouTube account. Like they deleted my other two. Um, especially like anything that I say that they don't like, I think I already have two strikes on my new one. They're very strict, so I don't want to debut it on that. I'm going to debut it on Foxhole. Probably have Diddy and Johnny on, and we'll talk more about this fundraiser. And really would appreciate your help sharing it out and getting any donations whenever you can do it. You can send it to Cash App. You can send it to Venmo. You can send it to my PayPal if you want. You can send it in gold pills, or you can give it to me cash. All right. Texan is the first one that's entered in. He's entered in his name twice for double the odds of winning. um, at this point, the encyclopedia and the gold coin. So thank you so much. Y'all have a great night, and I will catch y'all later. I appreciate your patience when I was having audio issues again at the beginning of the stream. But the Texan and I and a few others we'll work it out. And we'll get those stickers up too. If y'all are still tripping about the stickers, we'll get them up too. All right, guys, I will catch y'all later. Okay,